Once upon a time, in the bustling town of Willowbrook, there lived a young man named Liam. Liam had everything he could ever ask for: fancy clothes, the latest gadgets, and a luxurious home. Yet, he often felt something was missing. One chilly afternoon, Liam was walking through the town square when he spotted a little boy sitting on the curb. The boy wore a tattered coat and looked cold, but he was playing with a small, handmade toy, laughing to himself. Curious, Liam approached him. "Hey there," he said, kneeling down. "Aren't you cold?" The boy looked up and shook his head with a grin. "A little," he replied, "but I have my toy. My sister made it for me, so I'm happy." Liam was puzzled. "Happy? With just a toy? Don't you want new toys, or warmer clothes?" The boy shrugged. "I don't need much. My sister gives me all I need. She says it's not about what you have, but who you share it with." Liam nodded slowly and walked away, thinking about what the boy had said. The boy was happy not because of what he owned, but because of the love he shared with his sister. The next day, Liam felt compelled to visit the local orphanage. As he entered, the caretaker greeted him with a surprised smile. "Hello. Can I help you?" she asked. "I'd like to volunteer here," Liam replied. "I want to spend time with the kids." The caretaker's face lit up. "That would be wonderful. The children will be thrilled." That afternoon, Liam played games with the kids and helped them with their homework. He shared stories about his life, making them laugh with his funny tales. One little girl tugged on his sleeve. "Are you coming back tomorrow?" she asked with hopeful eyes. Liam smiled. "Yes, I'll be back. I promise." As the days passed, Liam became a regular visitor at the orphanage. He brought small gifts and organized fun activities. During one of his visits, he brought a few old books he had never read. "Look what I have," he announced, holding up the books. The children cheered and crowded around him, excited to choose a book. One of the boys picked up a book and looked at Liam. "Thank you, Liam," he said sincerely. "We don't get new books often. You're the best." Liam felt a warmth in his chest as he watched the kids' happy faces. "You're welcome," he said, realizing how much joy he felt just by seeing their smiles. One evening, after a day full of laughter and fun, the head caretaker approached him. "You've really made a difference here, Liam," she said, placing a hand on his shoulder. "The children look forward to your visits." Liam nodded, a little embarrassed. "It's funny," he replied. "I thought I had everything I needed, but I was never truly happy. Spending time with these kids and giving them a little bit of my heart, it's made me feel more alive than ever." The caretaker smiled knowingly. That's the magic of giving. When you share what you have, you end up with so much more in return. As Liam walked home that night, he thought about her words. He realized that true happiness wasn't something he could buy, it was something he could share. He didn't need more possessions. He needed more moments like these, where he could give a piece of himself to others. From then on, Liam made it his mission to keep giving. He visited the orphanage regularly, and soon, he started helping out at other places, too: soup kitchens, shelters, and community events. Every time he gave, he felt his own heart grow a little bigger. One day, the same little boy from the square saw him again. "Hi, mister," he called, waving. Liam walked over and knelt beside him. "Hey there, buddy. How have you been?" The boy smiled. "Good. My sister says I'm a happy boy because I share everything I have. Are you happy, too?" Liam chuckled, a warmth filling his chest. "Yes, I am," he replied, nodding thoughtfully. "You know, I think you taught me a big lesson. Happiness isn't about what you get, it's about what you give. I used to think that having more would make me happy, but I see now that true happiness comes from sharing what you have with others." The boy's eyes sparkled as he listened, and Liam continued, "You've helped me realize that giving a little bit of yourself can fill your heart in ways you never expected. Thank you." As Liam stood up, he felt lighter, as if a great burden had been lifted from his shoulders. He waved goodbye to the boy and walked away, a new sense of purpose guiding his steps. He knew he had found something priceless, a path to happiness that could never be bought. Liam spent the rest of his days sharing this joy with others, finding ways to brighten lives around him. Whether it was lending a hand, sharing a smile, or giving his time, he discovered that each act of kindness gave him something far more valuable than anything he had ever owned. Years later, he looked back on that moment with the little boy, grateful for the wisdom in those simple words. His life had changed because of that single encounter, and his heart was filled with a peace and joy that nothing else could replace. And from that moment on, Liam never looked back. He had found the true path to happiness, one that grew richer and deeper with each passing day, one that filled his heart more than anything he had ever owned.